that is certainly always something that sticks out in players' memories that need to live up to themselves at the very
Yeah.
least. And now for one of the most standard macro maps in the entire matchups, it's time for Zerg vs. Zerg on Antigua Shipyard with Golden from Team Quantic spawning in the top right and Symbol from Team TSL spawning in the bottom left.
Now, this is one of those maps where in ZVZ you can hide things quite well in terms of, when I say, well, what do you mean hiding, Kylaris? Well, I mean, hiding a lot of like rounds of Zerglings from a lot of productions of lava. For example, people will hide, 14, 15 lavas worth of Zerglings in their main and then swing it around. It's something that you see on Ohana a lot as well. And,
Ooh.
I mean... Oh, what?
Ooh, it's a 9 pool from Symbol. And for the first time in the series, Golden is not doing a 10 pool.
An interesting choice. Now, I'm wondering if this is... I'm pretty sure it's cross positions enforced. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm 100% sure. Go on.
All right. Okay, great. Well, I mean, from that point, if Golden can then position his overlords very, very well, I mean, yeah, okay, it must be considering the way in which they're spending their overlords as well. So, from that point, he can position those well to spot some aggression, and he can also... Oh, he's going to go for a hatchery first. I'm not a fan of that. I was assuming he was going to go for a 15 pool. No.
Wow. Oh, and there it is. And he's going to be up against a 9 pool. Now, Symbol has a
Ouch.
couple of key decisions to make. Off this position, you can go for gas at 200 minerals, and then for your queen at 150, and just go very swiftly for the speed and focus on the larva. But looks like Symbol is doing the alternate variation where, oh no, there's the queen going down. You can actually skip this queen, get yourself a very early expand, and then back up with the queen.
Yeah. I don't mind that too much either. It's just the case of, do you want to start saturating 2 drone lines very, very quickly, or do you want the extra lava production to then swing onto the second drone line afterwards? And I mean, both sort of kind of equalize out eventually, but realistically, I'm not quite sure how Golden's going to deal with this. He should, in essence, our Symbol here, should be able to force a cancel on this hatchery if he wants to.
Yeah, a 9 pool, it's very easy to misjudge it as a 10 pool and not realize that there's a few extra seconds that you're behind. Oh my god, he's going to go straight for the spawning pool. This is going to pull the drones out. Golden has actually done the error of building his pool in a very exposed location. I actually think that this pool may very well go down unless Golden wants to sacrifice a lot of drones.
And it looks like he's going to go for the drone option here. He's already lost 3, 4. It's going to fuck it up very, very quickly here. As all the drones are still dying. 7
5,
losses.
7. Oh my god, and so many of those are emergency low on health. I even see 2 that barely have a sliver of health. There goes down an 8th drone. I mean, Symbol. Oh, gets a 9th drone. Yuck.
Ouch.
What a gross position to be in as Golden. 9 drones versus 14 with a queen.
And this is where, Sean, like the aspect of having 2 hatcheries doesn't really pay itself off too much. If Golden had saved more drones, then yeah, sure, he saturates 2 mineral lines a little bit quicker. But he right now doesn't really have that much income to spend every single one of his lava as efficiently as you would do if you hadn't have lost, an extra 4 or 5 of those drones. It's an unsettling position to be in because Symbol behind it, hey, he's got his hatchery up and is flying away with some queens.
Well, things right now are looking good for Symbol. Quantic Golden seems to be very comfortable when he is in a known position, when he has a timing push to fall back on and that sort of thing. It's in these awkward, unorthodox situations where he seems to fall behind. Symbol, though, does have that extremely normal, extremely straightforward position to play from.
Yeah, it's looking as if... I mean, we're still going to go into a mid-game here, right? That's still what's going to happen. Symbol is mining gas pretty aggressively, so he has the option to either go into... Oh, actually, no, he doesn't have his speed started yet, so it's probably just for that. But he still, if he keeps on this gas, he has options to go into Baneling Nest or Quick Layer, which can evolve into, things like going for a Spire very, very quickly, which is actually pretty good on this map because there's a lot of airspace that you have to really cover, especially if you want to grab a 3rd base. And that's what it's predominantly designed for, right? Like the controlling of the map and killing off a 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because on a map like Daybreak, the fact is it's so spread out, and that's how you justify both Infestors and Mutalisks. On this one,
Yeah.
it's so incredibly cramped together, you can defend every possible angle from Mutalisks, and you can defend every possible angle with Mutalisks. So
Yep.
the one thing that you will note about Mutalisks on this map, you really should not build more than 8 or 9 of them.
Yeah, it really is that one solid wave that does allow you to gain every advantage that it's possibly going to anymore. And you're sort of dicing with death, right? You're sort of risking the idea of, hey, fungals, you're tempting fate. So it can be a little bit scary. But look at the speed window that Symbol's actually going to eke out for himself. And he has the Baneling Nest down. So if he wants to, I mean, he doesn't have to, right? He doesn't have to build a ton of Zerglings and push across the map, but he still could. And he could actually have some nice little potentials to do some damage if he wanted to.
Yeah, and I actually want to give an extra special shout out to the art at Blizzard. I actually have never noticed this over at TSL Symbol's base. If you look at the cliff that's behind his natural, the creep is dripping off the edge.
No, wait a minute.
I don't know if that's just my graphics setting, but behind TSL Symbol's natural expansion. Wow.
Oh, right, yeah. It's something to do with the... Isn't it something to do with it, like, that graphic being stretched out? No, it isn't, actually. It's not stretched out. That's a completely different graphic, so that's pretty cool. All right.
Wow. So funny, these players are battling for their life in this tournament. Each of them still 2 games away, or 2 matches away from elimination. This, of course, being the game 3 of match number 1. And I'm talking about Art. Yes! Nailed it. Did my job.
Good job, man. Good job. I appreciate it all the same. We have some awesome insight into creep spread now. So it's good. It's good. All right. We have the Infestation Pit going down for Symbol. We have the Evolution Chamber pumping away that +1, as well as the Gleary Constitution. Meanwhile, back at home for Golden, he's actually not doing too much here. He's going for Spire, which, I mean, considering the only one Evolution Chamber not making anything, that's not too bad a choice for him. But with the Infestation Pit down as quickly as Symbol's going to do, yeah, he's only just going to make a few mutas here, because anything else would be insane.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of over-mutaing. But at the same time, we don't really see people go for Infestation Pit and Spire at the same time, but we do see some Zergling exchanges. Looks like the Queen almost gets picked off, but at the very last second, nope. A couple of Roaches end up marching down. Symbol is going for super, ultra, solid, standard, stable play. Getting all the gas geysers, again, to do this. All the upgrades for the Roaches, but anything but the Roaches, Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's worked out from in the past, and it might end up working out from again, as Pathogen Glance is now on the way. One Changeling pops in to have a little bit of a spotting style here, as Golden, meanwhile, pulls back. Sees too many Roaches. There's really no way he can do damage with that, but that will give him the knowledge and the confidence to say, oh, you've got that many Roaches. Chances are you don't have a Spire behind that, even though I haven't seen your base fully. So he can take this third pretty safely for now.
Yeah, I mean, third at this point is going to be pretty safe for both players. Symbol's just sort of has to go through the formalities of moving his units out there and scouting around some of the fringe edges. 6 mutas, and that's it for Golden. Oh, 9 now. Okay, he's getting a little dicey with his muta production. 9 is like the upper limit, and even then, I don't think more than...
Yeah, I would agree.
7 really... 7's like the average. That's like the money number. It's like the lucky number of Mutalisks on this map. Because, I mean, geez, Symbol's already started his +2, whereas Golden's only started his +1. And doesn't even have Pathogen Glands done.
That is going to get a bit kind of troublesome for him if that continues. That prolonged upgrade advantage if Symbol wants to just continue. And unless these mutas actually do some good damage or constrict his opponent quite a little bit, that is a big deal, guys, because +2 as opposed to +1, it adds +1 adds 2 damage, whilst we have +2 adding 4 damage. And then when Carapace comes into the issue as well, and it only adds +1 armor, it kind of gets a little bit off and a bit weird for the person that doesn't have as many attack upgrades. So
and again, you just have the Infested Terrans, right?
Yeah,
Infested
exactly.
Terran going from 8 to 10 damage. I mean, that's huge, especially given that no one ever gets armor for anything.
Yeah.
That means that now you're killing off things 25% faster with the Infested Terrans. Ooh,
Nice
nice set of fungals, man. That was excellent. So hard to fungal Zerglings properly.
Yeah, they're a pain, especially they were on creep as well, man. I mean, like
yeah, going as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's just why not? I'll just throw some fungals here and catch them. Really nicely done. Golden's controlling the map quite nicely for a little bit here with the Mutas, but he can't stay out on it too much, I don't think. He's gonna he knows that the infestors are there, right? So he's spreading them all very, very nicely to try and find something to do with them, but they're just not gonna do too much at all. They're just chilling out in the air, saying hi, how are you doing, roaches?
Etc.
Yeah.
Very conversational roaches. Looks like we have the Mutalisk coming out, and this is an interesting play by Symbol. He's going for the quick Hydralisks right now. He's trying to fungal to stay alive, but you're seeing how many fungals are getting expended, and this is actually considered a general loss for the Infestor player. Sure, he is going to be able to kill off these Mutalisks, but he spent so much fungal, those Hydros popping out at the last second. Golden, amazingly, has a significant supply lead. Most of that is roaches, but Symbol, those 5 infestors are basically duds. Oh my god, a huge swell of roaches moving up through the middle of the map.
Oh, they got great positioning on his opponent so darn quickly there, catching one of the 2 of the infestors. But the Hydralisks and the roaches now come out. They do have +2 to the +1 of his opponent. So if he can just keep them back for just a little bit, try and save his infestors, which he's not doing. Actually, 2 still caught.
Golden is, again, he's getting a little bit overeager. He started to dwindle down in his supply count, so now it looks like Golden is he really gonna go in for round 2? I mean, this is what we call the anti-timing. He's gonna be hitting his opponent the second that Symbol has Hydralisks, roaches, infestors are done. Most of all that +2 ranged attack. Zerglings coming in, those are gonna die almost immediately. Golden, why are you still attacking? Oh, Golden tossed away so many units there, Kalaris.
You're so right, Sean. I don't know why on earth you would try and do that, especially with Symbol having a very, very similar income to his opponent and the shorter reinforcement path. So as such, even the Hydralisks are going to get there before all of your units, and they don't move up. So it's kind of weird.
Another attempted counter from Quantic. It's Golden, a move of desperation, trying to find something he can deal damage to. He's going to pick off only 2 drones, not a large gain at this point in the game. Symbol has now locked down the critical puzzle to this map. How on earth do you get a 4th base? Well, you hold off a counter and then you take the center watchtower. Golden now is making literally only roaches, and amazingly Symbol is both tied in roaches and ahead in the Infestor and Hydralisk count.
Catching a few roaches with those infestors as well. That one infestor strayed a little bit too far, but manages to get away. Symbol does not have the concave, but he just has the firepower here. How can Golden hold on against this? He has the short reinforcement path, but just not enough roaches.
Oh my gosh, Golden is not going to be able to benefit from the concave because Symbol just has way too many units. See you later, Golden roaches. And now Symbol getting the chance to do what he has proven he's capable of so many times. Winning in straight-up Zerg vs. Zerg, no tricky gimmicks, just the normal units, getting more of them earlier and controlling them better. Golden is going to lose his 3rd and inevitably end up losing the game. GG! Symbol advances to the next round, where Symbol will play the winner of Hero versus Alive, a match that you and I are going to cast right now, Kalaris.